Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a lovely morning. Today I would like to go over an interesting piece of news where it looks like the Attorney General in New York actually happened to do something that's pretty cool. There are a lot of biases I have against the city of New York, the state of New York, and how they do business, their rules, their opaque rules, the way that they enforce their rules, the way that they don't even know how to enforce their rules. But at the end of the day, a win is a win, and I think it should be celebrated. This is from the Attorney General of New York versus SiriusXM, a garbage radio company. This is a garbage radio company for a number of different reasons. But in my opinion, the number one reason that they are a garbage radio company is that they don't understand the concept of consent. If you call them up and you say, I wish to cancel, I no longer wish to pay for these services, please cancel my account, they don't make it easy. They go out of their way to make it take 11 to 30 minutes because they don't understand the meaning of the word no. Something that I've said about many modern tech companies in the 21st century is that they have a rapist mentality. They believe that they are entitled to your personal data. They are entitled to your time. They are entitled to your money. They simply see you as the barbed wire fencing that stands between them and their money. It's not your money. It's not your time. It's not your information. It's theirs. And they simply need to figure out how to get through that barbed wire fencing so that they can get what's rightfully theirs. And there's no better example of this than with SiriusXM. It says here that a probe by the Attorney General's office found that Sirius trains employees to keep customers seeking to cancel on the phone or in a chat for a frustrating 6-part conversation that includes asking them a series of questions and pitching them as many as 5 retention offers, New York Attorney General Letitia James said in Wednesday in a statement. The cancellation process lasts an average of 11 and a half minutes on the phone and 30 minutes online, even though it can cancel a subscription with a simple click of a button. When customers decline these offers, agents are trained to not take no for an answer and to keep bombarding customers with questions or offers until they either relent or become frustrated. Yeah. Let's just be clear with the wording here. They are trained to not take no for an answer. Again, this is a recurring theme here of just not taking no for an answer. And this is something that I've gone over many times on this channel. What I find interesting was the actual response from SiriusXM. It's telling that the New York Attorney General issued a press release before providing SiriusXM with a copy of the complaint, the company said. Like a number of consumer businesses, we offer a variety of options for consumers to sign up for or cancel their subscription. AKA, I don't have an actual response to what you said, so I'm going to do the standard PR garbage of like trying to get people to pay attention to that instead. Okay, she didn't provide you with a copy of the complaint. Oh, okay, how about you respond on what she said? I don't really like Letitia James much, but how about you respond on what she said? She said that your employees are trained to make it more difficult to cancel. Are you going to deny that? No, you're not. She said that you go out of your way to make it a 11 to 30 minute cancellation process when this can be done in 10 seconds, and you don't give the customer the option to click cancel. Is you going to deny that, or are you not? She didn't deny it because this stuff is all true and she doesn't have a response to it. So what she's going to do, rather than admit the wrongdoing, is pretend that there is this outrage that I was not provided a copy of the complaint, while simultaneously not addressing any of what the users are complaining about and what she's actually complaining about in her own press release. Like, are you going to say that's not true? If Letitia James came after my business and did not provide me with a copy of the complaint and said that Louis Rossman does not offer a free estimate and by claiming it, I would say that that's bullshit. I would provide 50, maybe 100 anonymized tickets with the customer information taken out, demonstrating that we gave the customer an estimate and we never billed that customer. I would provide customer testimonials. I would show you screenshots of positive reviews because I know that to be false. The only time that I would come out with that type of weaselly language is if I knew that I was wrong and I couldn't attack you on the point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to battle you on this different point where I can win. I didn't get a copy of the complaint in the mail yet. I'm exceptionally happy that the representative of SiriusXM is completely incapable of coming up with a response because it demonstrates that the emperor is wearing no clothes. They know what they are doing. We offer a variety of options for customers to sign up or cancel the SiriusXM subscription. I got a master's degree in public relations and advertising for we make it easy to sign up, and then we have a different but miserable way for you to cancel. And because that's industry standard, well, you should just suck it. That's what that means. That's exactly what the fuck she's saying, and you should not interpret it in any other way, because there is no other way to interpret it. College-educated people can be exceptionally skilled at using synonyms to make pure evil sound like just normal everyday business. Like a number of other businesses, AKA everybody else fucks consumers over, so don't complain when we do it. We offer a variety of options for customers to sign up or cancel. Variety, meaning they can be different, meaning that these options over here are the easy ones for signing up, and these ones over here are the miserable ones for canceling. What she said is not untrue. And that is why I find it disgusting that you can actually get a college degree, a master's degree, in how to craft this type of disgusting doublespeak garbage, because it's factually accurate. She's not wrong. She hasn't addressed the complaint, but she's not wrong. That's probably a well-paying job, honestly. Probably pays better than running an Apple repair shop in an industry where you can't get parts anymore. These people are the enemy. The people that work at these companies that go out of their way to smile and pretend they care about the consumer on one hand while roofing you with the other and continuing to take your money once you no longer consent to it, in my opinion, are disgusting people that work for disgusting companies that take part in disgusting practices that should be punished and pummeled into the ground. Legally, of course. The interesting thing about this is that this is something that is really happening across industry verticals. It doesn't matter whether we're talking about a radio subscription or a gym. This is something that I mentioned last year. Best Fitness Nashua, which is a gym that I believe uses ABC Fitness for their financial software. You'd have to double check me on that. Best Fitness Nashua is a gym in Nashua, New Hampshire. And when I stopped going to that gym because I moved to Texas, I wanted to cancel. And they told me that in order to cancel, I had to mail them a letter. I was able to sign up online. I could pay them online. I could start a membership online, but if I want to cancel, I have to mail them a letter. Not just any letter. I have to mail them a certified mail letter. It has to be a certified mail letter. I apologize, but the proof of move must be sent via certified mail to ABC. Certified mail. I cannot email you proof that I have moved. I must certified mail it. Now, why would you do something like this? What would be the point in 2022, in the digital era, when I can sign up on your website to require that I certified mail you to cancel? There is only one reason for this type of policy to be present in 2022 when you can sign up online, but you have to certified mail them to cancel. It is a fuck you from the gym. It is barbed wire that is being put between you and your ability to stop giving them money. They are doing that intentionally. They are doing that with a blatant disregard for convenience. That is the point, to make it as hard as possible for you to be able to say no. They don't want you to be able to say no. Not only are they putting a roofie in your drink, but they're covering your mouth as they ask, would you like to come home with me? And shaking your head yes. It is disgusting, but it is a practice that has sadly become normalized because consumers will continue to do business with these companies, and unfortunately, most consumers don't even realize that this is what is going on. You understand why they want certified mail rather than normal mail. Normal mail is annoying, but you could use a stamp at home. But certified mail for most people is going to require that they go to the post office and wait in line for 15 to 30 minutes after driving 15 to 30 minutes to the post office. You're essentially asking the average person to take a half hour to an hour out of their day to cancel something, which they know is going to result in the person putting it off, procrastinating, and then continuing to get charged each month for a membership that they're not using. I have a setup at home where I can print out certified mail using Indicia or Stamps.com because I have a business. For every one of me that has a Stamps.com or Indicia setup at home with a nice little zebra printer and packages and envelopes and everything else, 1,000 other people don't. And they're going to put off going to the post office and keep getting charged and billed every single month for this because many people who work 40 or 50 or 60 hours a week and want to juggle time for their family and their job and their life and everything else just don't want to waste an hour in the post office. They wind up procrastinating it and getting screwed. This is a common practice. Best Fitness Nashua and ABC Fitness are not the only companies that do this. LA Fitness also does this. LA Fitness does this garbage where, again, you have to mail them in the most inconvenient way possible. You can sign up online, but if you want to cancel, they torture you, whether through a 11 to 30-minute phone call or requiring that you waste 30 minutes at the post office. And these companies know exactly what they're doing, and we should respond to them non-violently, but in the most aggravated way possible so that they understand that there are costs and consequences to doing this. I'm happy that the Attorney General is going after. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. In this video, I'm also, this has become a common thing now, but this is not a sponsored segment. This is what I call an anti-sponsor segment, where we discuss a company or somebody doing something that I think deserves a little bit more attention. So I would kindly ask, you're welcome to turn the video off. I just ask that you not put these in sponsor block because I think it would help consumers in general. Chase Bank also does this when it comes to payment tech. I don't know what the relationship is between Chase Bank and payment tech. Chase Bank, sometimes can offer you good service. Payment tech, oh my God, they have something very similar to this. It's not even with canceling, but this is something that I've noticed across industry verticals. Anything that requires that you deal with a human that does not make the company more money is something that's being taken away at every turn. So with Chase Payment Tech, you used to be able to respond to chargebacks using an online interface. The online interface would give you information on the chargeback, and then after you could read through each of your individual transactions and stuff like that. It was a garbage interface. Don't get it twisted. This looked like it was designed for Windows Windows 3.1 in 1994. But it functioned. Again, it took up this much space on my screen. The website was a square. It looked like it was designed for 640 by 480, but it worked. And recently what I noticed when I opened a new business upon moving to Texas and that the merchant services portal no longer uses that system, they use a different system that doesn't connect to chargebacks at all. If you actually get a chargeback or a dispute, you can get a text message on your phone, but there's no way for you to actually see the chargeback or respond to the chargeback without using paper mail. I'm not kidding. If you want to respond to the chargeback, they will mail you the case documents, which in some cases will not actually be mailed to you. And it says they'll include instructions. To request a copy of your case documents, you can call them. So essentially, if you don't get the document in the mail, you can call them and wait on hold for 30 minutes with somebody who barely speaks English in another country who spends about 25 minutes simply verifying you and trying to understand who you are before they will actually transfer you to somebody who can help you. If you email your representative there to try and figure out what's going on like this is what you will. This is something you'll get something like this. I'm not kidding. This is from Payment Tech. I'm currently out of the office beginning April 21st and will return April 25th. This is an auto-response email that you typically get when somebody goes on vacation. The problem is this autoresponder email for the month of April was something I was getting in December of 2023. This is more and more common. It's not simply with gyms. It's not simply happening with radio stations. Across the board, companies are realizing that why would I allow you to contact me if you're contacting me to not give me money? Press 1 to give me money. Press 2 to go fuck yourself. Like that is the default option nowadays. In my opinion, Payment Tech understands that there are zero benefits to them here. Like if I can respond to my chargeback, I have essentially created work for somebody at Payment Tech who has to now handle the response to that chargeback. Whereas if I never get the document or I have to wait on hold for 30 minutes to be able to submit my response, that means that your people processing chargebacks have less work to do. Like they don't have to deal with it. And how does that affect Chase? Like why would Chase care if I lose money on that one particular chargeback? It doesn't make sense. It's easier for them to streamline their operations in this way. I'm not saying that somebody up there is saying don't allow them to respond to chargebacks, but if you're moving a system over and there's a lot of work in porting that system, why would we do work on a system that is going to actively take away our money when we don't have to? We're not selling people on that. We're selling people based on merchant service fees and the amount of time it takes to deposit their account. We don't sell people on this, so who cares? With cancellation, like why would we add a cancel button there when that's going to be work for us and it's going to take away our money? This is a pervasive mentality that many companies have nowadays where they take away your ability to interface with them in any way, shape, or form if that particular ability to interface with them is not for the direct purposes of giving them more money. Again, like you don't have to wait on hold here if you want to cancel an order. Like you go to my website, you go here, we have our store, we have everything else, and like if you go to my online store here, like we make it very easy to find our phone number. Like it's right up here. You go contact and look, there's a phone number and an address and an email. And if you don't want to copy paste the email, there's a form. And on my other website, like, look at that. Wow, an address, a phone number, a contact form. Like, it's all right here. I want you to feel like if you want to cancel something, if you want customer support with something, if you want to talk to an actual human that's not reading off of a script, like, you can do that. If you have a problem with our service, if you want to cancel a service, like, that should be as easy as humanly possible to do. It's not that difficult to do. And I guarantee I have a lower budget for customer service and for programmers than the people at Sirius, ABC Fitness, or any of these other companies. Lastly, this is not sponsored. This is just a company that I use from time to time that has not given me any discounts on anything that I enjoy. Privacy.com is a company that allows you to create virtual credit cards. So I can have one credit card, but then create 100 different virtual credit cards that I place limits on, usage limits by the month, by per time basis, how much money, etc. So I can essentially create a credit card for a certain gym or a certain radio service. So if they make it difficult to cancel, I can simply log into privacy.com and cancel the card that I gave SiriusXM so I don't have to waste 30 minutes on the phone with them. I use this service because many companies nowadays unfortunately have this rapist mentality where they believe they have a right to my money in spite of the fact that I have no longer consented to giving them my money because I no longer want their service. I use privacy.com credit cards across the board. I am not signing up for anything nowadays without a privacy.com credit card because I just don't trust the companies are going to make it easy to cancel. There's no better way to cancel than logging into privacy.com and hitting cancel. And I know what you're thinking. What if I get a letter in the mail for collections? What if I get a hit to my credit score? I don't care. I'm sorry, I don't care. If you opt into this system, you are essentially saying that these people control your life. Like, they can make it take 2 hours to cancel a gym membership, an hour to cancel a radio subscription. And like, no, I don't live my life like that. If it requires a credit score, I just don't care anymore. Like, I legit don't care. I played this stupid fucking game for enough time and I lost. I paid my taxes on time every single year. I have proof of that from 2012. New York State thought that I didn't pay my taxes, and in 2015 and 2016 decided to take me to court for it and get a warrant and a lien against my company. I had no idea that they were doing this, nor that they even thought that I didn't pay my taxes, because they sent all the correspondence to a P.O. box in Berwick, Maine, which meant for 7 years until I decided to just look up whether or not there was a lien on my company or not, just for the hell of it. I didn't realize that there was this black eye on my company's finances and records that caused me to not actually be able to get financing anytime that I applied. So for 7 years, I was not growing my business in the manner that I would have liked to if I had the same financing available to me that all of my competitors had available to them. I played this stupid game, and I was a fool for it, and I'm not playing this stupid game anymore. If my ability to get an apartment hinges on a number that can go down if I decide to cancel my gym membership in 5 minutes rather than an hour, then I don't want an apartment in that complex. If my ability to purchase a car is contingent on a number that can go down if I don't let you waste an hour of my life to cancel a gym membership, then I don't want to buy a car from them. I don't care. Maybe I'm crazy, and maybe the reason you watch this channel is because I am crazy. But if allowing all of these people to control your life, keep you on hold for hours, to cancel a fucking gym membership because they want you to drive a half hour out of the way to the post office is considered normal, I don't want to be normal. And dare I say it, you probably shouldn't be either. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.